Sumo Insight Global. The channel TO encourage reading, awakening knowledge.
She is either deeply loved or fiercely hated, but she can never be ignored. Decades after her death, one woman's ideas still split the world in two. Who was Ayn Rand? Before we dive into why her ideas still shake the world, we need to understand the woman behind the myth. Ayn Rand was born Elisa Rosenbaum in 1905 in the city of St. Petersburg, Russia. She witnessed firsthand the rise of communism and the Russian Revolution, watching her family's business get confiscated by the state, an experience that would forever shape her contempt for collectivism. At the age of 21, she fled to the United States with little more than a typewriter and a dream: to work in Hollywood. And she made it happen. From a movie extra to a screenwriter, Rand transformed her philosophy into monumental bestsellers. What she created wasn't just literature. It was Objectivism, a philosophy for living on Earth, based on reason, rational self-interest, and laissez-faire capitalism. She passed away in 1982, in New York, but as we are about to see, her voice has never been more alive. If you open the mailbox of any publisher that prints Rand's work, the phrase you will find the most is, "Atlas Shrugged changed my life." But why does a fiction author hold such power? The answer is simple. Rand didn't just write stories. She presented ideas about politics, morality, and life in a way that anyone could understand. The appeal to youth and the pursuit of excellence. For young people, Rand's novels are a cry for freedom. They fuel self-esteem and natural rebellion, offering solid arguments against the conventional wisdom of self-sacrifice. Her heroes do not live for others, nor do they ask others to live for them. They are individuals driven by creative talent, who do not bow to empty social norms, but rather to facts and reason. For Rand, human progress depends on free minds, and minds cannot be forced to think. A complete worldview. What makes Rand so influential is her systematic vision. She connects everything, from the way you think to a country's economy. In her books, concepts like entrepreneurship, capitalism, and happiness walk hand in hand. She exposes the disastrous consequences of giving up your own mind in the name of forced altruism or state regulation. It is a practical guide to solving life's dilemmas. Global and political influence. The proof of her impact is in the numbers. In the United States, Atlas Shrugged has been ranked as the second most influential book, surpassed only by the Bible. But the phenomenon is global. From Sweden to India, from Russia to Brazil, thousands of people look to Rand for a new perspective. In politics, her shadow is long, influencing everyone from former U.S. Federal Reserve chairs to European leaders, who view her as one of the greatest thinkers of the 20th century. The philosophy of Objectivism. At the heart of it all is Objectivism. Rand championed that an objective reality exists out there, and that we can know it through reason. For her, what is moral is not sacrifice, but rational egoism, the pursuit of one's own happiness and prosperity. She challenged Marx by stating that value is created by the creative mind, not by manual labor. Without the freedom to create and own the fruits of one's labor, humanity stagnates. Of course, Rand has many critics. Philosophers and academics question her reliance on reality and her rejection of traditional altruism. But academic opposition does not diminish her importance. The fact remains that Ayn Rand's ideas continue to attract followers from all backgrounds because they offer something rare: a passionate defense of individual freedom and the human capacity. Ayn Rand's worldview. The one-leg challenge. At a conference once, Ayn Rand was asked if she could explain her philosophy while standing on one leg. She accepted the challenge and defined Objectivism in just 4 words. In metaphysics, reality. In epistemology, reason. In ethics, self-interest. And in politics, capitalism. For Rand, philosophy wasn't an abstract academic exercise. It was the essential roadmap for human survival. Let's look at how these pieces fit together. Metaphysics and epistemology. The world as it is. The starting point is simple. Existence exists. The world around us is real, solid, and doesn't depend on our wishes or prayers to keep existing. We don't live in a dream or an arbitrary miracle. But if the world is real, how do we come to know it? Through reason. Unlike animals, we don't survive by instinct. We must use our minds deliberately to identify reality, form concepts, and organize knowledge. For Rand, logic is the only valid method for discovering truth. If you ignore facts in favor of whims or illusions, you are betting against your own life. Ethics, the value of life and rational egoism. Here is Rand's most controversial point: morality. She argues that the standard of value for any human being must be their own life. If you want to thrive, your actions must serve your long-term, rational self-interest. Rand delivers a devastating critique of altruism and self-sacrifice. To her, sacrificing yourself for others, or sacrificing others for yourself, are two sides of the same destructive coin. Life as a parasite. True virtue lies in the achievement of your own happiness, in self-esteem, and in the pride of your accomplishments. It is the ethics of those who don't ask for permission to shine. Politics and economics. Freedom and capitalism. From individual ethics, Rand moves to social organization. If a person must think and act to live, they need freedom. The only political system that protects this need is laissez-faire capitalism. In this system, the government has one single function: to protect individual rights against the use of physical force. The state should strictly be a guardian, handling courts and police, ensuring that no one is coerced. Everything else, the economy, healthcare, education, must belong to the realm of free enterprise and private property. For Rand, capitalism isn't just efficient. It is the only morally just system. Aesthetics and the heroic being. Even in art, Rand sees philosophy in action. To her, art is no mystery. It is the recreation of reality, tailored to isolate what truly matters. Through her novels, she introduces us to the heroic being, the intelligent, creative, and visionary individual who lives by their own effort and recognizes no one's right to take what they have created. Her heroes are the producers. Her villains are the looters, those who use force or guilt to exploit the minds of others. Ultimately, Rand's message is a calling. Only a culture based on reason and the celebration of human success can survive and lead humanity to the stars. Rand's worldview is a complete system. If you accept that reality is what it is, you must accept reason. If you accept reason, you must accept freedom. And if you accept freedom, the hero is you.
In our next video, we will dive deep into philosophy. We will explore Ayn Rand's axioms and decode epistemology, the science that studies how human beings acquire knowledge and validate their own truth. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe.